Everybody, Scott Jansen here. In this video, I'm going to answer a very common question, which is how to find the right hypnotic script. Now, this will be in two parts. This being part one, part two will be live in the next couple of days. In this video, let's go through the real basic stuff, the real general rules. Then in part two, I'm going to give you some pretty cool advanced strategies and some cool trade secrets that'll help you find the right hypnotic script. Now, this covers regardless of a client's problem, guys. It could be anxiety, it could be stop smoking, it could be weight loss, any sort of therapeutic script will work. In this video, like I said, let me show you how to find the right one so you can get the most from it and your client can also get the best and quickest breakthrough. So number one, you really just got to answer these questions, guys. Ask yourself these, answer them correctly. Number one, where do your client's problems exist? And does my script take my client there? We all know Hypnosis 101, a client's problem exists in the unconscious mind. So basics tell us that the hypnotic script has to take us there. And what I mean by this, does the script that you're using, whether you've bought it, whether you've got it from a mentor, whether you've written it yourself, does it take a client to that place where your client's problem is? Or is it just more general consciousness, more like just a little bit of relaxation or what people call like a light trance? Or does it take them quite a bit further into the unconscious mind? Does it do this? If so, that's going to help you with the right script. Number two, what does a client tell us? Have you done like a pre-screening or a strategy call and put those words and ideas and experiences inside your script, because then it's more personal to your client? So does my script include these things? Make sure they do rather than not. Do all my clients share the same root cause? What is my client's root cause? What is their, what we call unconscious truth? What is the real thing going on, guys, that's not universal? There's a lot of mentors out there that will say, and this is really a ridiculous statement, that all problems exist because of, and the mentor will input what X, Y, and Z is. Like all problems exist because of childhood trauma. That might not be the case with all your clients, because we know not all clients are going to be the same. So does your specific script help your client's problem that is not universal? Remember, all clients are different. It can't be a universal thing. Number four, am I triggering resistance? Okay. Is my client susceptible to hypnosis? Have I done the susceptibility test? Have I done the traditional stuff to make sure my client can go to those places inside their minds? Because if not, all I'm going to do is trigger resistance, and no real script in the world can get past resistance. So you've got to make sure your client can be, hypnotized, can do the therapy, is willing to do these things. We know in some cases that a client might book you in to help their brother or sister or mother or father or husband or wife. We're going to make sure the client wants these things and they want the change. We know that beforehand. Otherwise, what we're going to do is trigger resistance anyway, guys. Number five, preparation. What do I need to get ready? Is my script ready? Have I got the start of the script, the middle, and the end? Have I got the deepeners right? Have I got the suggestions right? Have I got the right language patterns? Have I actually sat down for maybe a couple of hours and prepared all these things beforehand to make sure it's very, very specific to my client and not just a universal thing? Number six, hypnosis and therapy. This is a big one. Does my script do both? Does it do the hypnosis and does it do the therapy? There's probably going to be a lot of scripts out there that only concentrate on just the hypnosis part. Are you actually going to do the therapy with the script as well? Because really that's all clients pay for, and that's the most important part. Number seven, forcing versus organic. Am I using my clients' words and experiences like I mentioned before? Does it address their problem? Does it address their needs, their wants, their desires, their resistance, all these things? Instead of forcing a client down a script that I want them to go and have an experience that I want them to have, is it very specific for them? You can hear the idea here, very specific to the client. Number eight, pressure to solve. This is for you as the therapist. Am I putting pressure on myself instead of letting the script do the problem? Am I, for lack of better words, trying too hard? Is it very obvious to my client that I'm trying extremely hard to get a client a result? Take the pressure off yourself, guys. Read those scripts. Let the script do what it's supposed to do, but you've got to make sure it's prepared right beforehand. You can see all these things start to amalgamate together. Number nine, flexibility towards my client. Does my script address my client's exact problem? Now, I'm going to keep beating around, beating you in the back of the head with this idea. Got to be specific, guys. Does it address my client's exact problem? Not the problem I think they have, or not the problem my mentor or guru has told all my clients can have. There's a big idea there, guys. Number 10, buying a script. Whether you're buying it, you've got it at your course, you got given it as part of the lectures you're going to, as part of the thing you've signed up for, the certification. Who wrote the script? Are they professional? Do they know what they're doing? Have they got experience with clients, or have they just downloaded it from somewhere else or got it from somebody else without really trying it first? Make sure if you're buying a script, guys, get a background on these people. Make sure they've have written it correctly. Make sure it's worked. Even practice a couple of times with people outside your clients just to make sure it works. And then altogether, guys, make it specific. Make sure the script takes my client to the places where problems exist. Make sure it includes my client's words and their experience, guys. Make sure it's not a universal thing. Make sure I've prepared everything beforehand. So I'm not panicking. I'm not running out of time. I can go into the session very relaxed because that's what I want my clients to have as well. Am I using my client's words and their experiences? Has my script got the therapeutic part? Because really that's the important part, beyond even the relaxation and the deepness and all that. Am I putting pressure on myself instead of letting the script do the job? Just relax into it, guys. Take the stress off yourself. If you've written or even downloaded or bought a script that is very well done and put together, let the script do the job, guys, okay? Flexibility towards my client, like I said, does my client address my client's exact problems? And lastly, if you're buying the scripts, you're not writing them yourself, you're downloading it, make sure the people you're getting it from have experience. Try and get a bit of background on these people. Maybe even look at their reviews and what people are saying about them as far as the scripts they're handing out or selling. That'll be a big helper, guys. So that's really the general rules, guys. If you can answer these things correctly and put together a really good script, you're in a really good place as a therapist. That's part one. That's the general rules. In part two, we'll go way beyond this, guys. I'm going to give you some really cool trade secrets. I'm also going to show you some other things you can do to get the most out of your scripts. And I mean, every single time you have a script or use script or write a script, how to get the most from it, how to speed up your sessions, and ultimately you could almost freestyle these scripts without ever having to prepare these things again. I'm going to give you those ideas and secrets. So part two will be quite a lot longer. Let's get into the advanced stuff. That's part one for now, guys. I'll see you in part two in the next couple of days. Bye for now.